Do you want to become a millionaire in GTA Online so that you can purchase all the vehicles and businesses that you ever wanted? Well, you came to the right place, so let's get started. Okay, first things first, there are no requirements to start this up, meaning if you're a level 1 in GTA Online, you will still be able to make money. Alright, so let's talk about the money part. This will allow us to make 500k every hour, but if it's your first time doing the heist, you will receive an extra 250k, which will total out to be $750,000, which is still very decent money. Alright, so in order to start this up, you're going to want to open up your map and look for this yellow V icon. Now this is called the Clucking Bell Heist, and this will allow us to make a ton of money. But you can also do this completely solo, and you don't need friends for this to work. So the next thing you'll need to do is walk up to this yellow ring, and then you'll want to click the right D-pad. And then afterwards you should see the mission list, and we are going to want to select the mission called Slush Fun. Okay, so if it's your first time doing this mission, then you'll have to watch a cutscene, but it shouldn't take too long like the agency one. But when you are done with the cutscene, just open up your map, and then you will notice you have two options. You can either choose option A or you can choose option B. Honestly, I think you guys should go to option A since it will be the closest one. So I will see you guys there. Actually, I forgot to mention something else. You guys can get a free vehicle if you head over to the internet on your phone and look for the Warstock Cash and Carry website, and then you will want to select sort by price so that we can see the free vehicles. Now this vehicle will be called the Duke of Death, and if you apply armor to the vehicle in Los Santos Customs, it can take up to 9 missiles from an oppressor, and it will be hard to be shot inside of this vehicle, so just purchase it. So now that we are here, you're going to want to shoot all the enemies. Now I highly recommend staying inside of the vehicle so that you don't die easily. But yeah, just take out the guards with the automatic weapon, or if you own an RPG. But yeah, afterwards we will need to run inside of this garage. Okay, so now that we are inside, all we need to do is just shoot these two guards. But wait, there's another one hiding at the back of this room, so just take him out so that he won't kill you later. Okay, so now we can loot the machines. So just walk up to them and click the right D-pad to steal the money from them. And that is essentially the theme for this mission. So you're going to be doing that a lot for right now. But once you steal the money from the machines, you will be able to exit the area. So just drive to the B icon on your map. And once you arrive, of course, there will be a ton of guards. So just make sure you get rid of all of them. So you should use a grenade launcher or something powerful. And then once the coast is clear, then you can freely enter the building. Okay, so we are going to be doing the same exact thing that we did earlier. So just shoot all the guards and then steal the money, and then we can leave the building. And now all we need to do is just drive to the destination, and then the mission will be completed. So good job on completing the first mission. Okay, so now that we did the first mission, we will want to start up the next mission, which will be called breaking and entering. And once we are inside the mission, you will have two options. Either you can drive to the laptop first, or you can drive to the terabyte first. But I recommend driving to the terabyte first, since it will be the quickest one to do. Okay, so you will get a message on your phone on what the terabyte looks like. So you will have to do a little bit of searching to find it. But once you do find it, you will need to take down all these drones, which will be very annoying. So just stay inside of your vehicle to take them out. So now all we need to do is run to the blue circle to enter the terabyte. And then once we are inside, you're going to want to look for a green arrow and click the right D-pad to take it and then leave the terabyte. Now that we're outside, we're going to want to drive to the laptop. So I will see you guys over there. Alright, so once you get here, you will need to know that there are 11 different spawn locations that this laptop will spawn at. And luckily for you guys, I will show you guys where all of them will spawn, so just keep watching the video. Alright, so once you find the laptop, just click the right D-pad to steal it, and then open up your map and drive to the next destination. Okay, so once you are here, you're going to want to stay inside of your vehicle so that you don't get killed. But all you need to do is keep shooting these guards until you find the key card, and then once you find the key card, you can enter the train. So now that we are driving the train, there's not much to do, but the one thing that you will need to do is look out for this occasional pop-up. When you see this on screen, just click the button, because if you don't click anything, then the train will stop. Okay, so once we complete this mission, we will spawn very far away. So just head back over here to start the next mission. So now let's start up the next mission called Concealed Weapons. And once you are here, you'll be met with three options. Either you can go to option A, B, or C. So just head over here to option B since it's the quickest one to complete. And once you get here, just steal a jet ski from the water and drive it to the yacht. Now that we are here, just park your jet ski and board the yacht. And you will see some enemies over here. So just take all of them out, and that should be pretty easy to do. So just shoot everyone here so that we can get this done fast as possible, and we don't need to worry about being stealthy right now. Okay, so now just punch this guy and then make a left turn so that you can enter this room, and then afterwards you can take out the remaining guards that are in this area. Now just walk up to the gray crate and click the right D-pad to steal the weapons. Now we can enter these double doors, which will bring us inside of the yacht cabin. Alright, so once you do that, there will be a door on the right, so we will need to go inside there and take out all the guards. And then afterwards there should be a red duffel bag, so we will need to click the right D-pad to steal it. And then now we can leave. So just walk up to the door and then exit the building. Now just enter a jet ski and drive to your vehicle. And then afterwards, you're going to want to drive your car back to the destination. And then once you deliver it, you will need to send a text message to Vincent on your phone, which will be very easy to do. So just select the weapons tab and then select professionals icon. Now just select the gear and then click this. And then after we do all that, just click confirm, and then we completed the mission. Now just head back to the police station and start up the next mission called hit and run. Okay, so if you open up your map, you will have a couple of options. You can either drive to A, B, or even C. Now I recommend driving to B since you will always get a faster getaway vehicle for the finale. Okay, so once you are here, you're going to want to go the back way. So just jump over this trash can to hop over the fence. Now be very careful and try to use your snacks. So as you can see, I almost died over here, but I recommend running back to your vehicle and trying to shoot the enemies from inside of your car, so that way you don't die quicker. But once you get rid of all the enemies, you can go back to this fence and just look for your getaway vehicle. Okay, so as you can see, it is right here now. But before we can enter the vehicle and get away, we will need to do something first. What you will want to do is enter this black SUV and try to move it out the way. And then once you do that, you can take the getaway car and drive it to the ramp to exit the area. Just remember to keep your snack open since the NPCs will have aimbot. Now if the car is in bad condition, the game will tell you to drive it to the nearest mod shop. So just enter the mod shop and then you're going to want to click the repair option and then you'll be done. But after you fully repair the vehicle, just drive it to the garage. And when you're done, then you will need to text Vincent on your phone. So just select the vehicle name and then click confirm. And then afterwards you can leave the garage. And then now you'll just need to leave the area so that the mission can end. Okay, so once the mission is over, head back to the area so that you can start up the next mission. Okay, so now that we are here, just open up your map and drive to this area. Once you get here, you will need to hack these two trucks. So make sure you're close to them for it to work. And after that, you may notice that there's a white icon on your map. So that is the uniform and it will allow you to not be caught by the cameras. But once you get this uniform, you'll want to look for the other van. After that, you'll need to hack it, which will also be the same steps as earlier. So now that we hacked both trucks, all we need to do is head over to the next destination. And once we're here, we're going to want to make sure that we're using a weapon with the suppressor so that our weapon will not make noise to alert the guards. So over here, be careful. Just follow what I do. So kill this guard right here. And then we will want to walk near this guy that's standing beside the truck and take him out. But yeah, just aim for a headshot because it will be much easier. Trust me, you do not want to miss your shots because if you do, then you're going to be setting yourself up for failure and potentially alerting the guards and failing the mission. So don't do that. Okay, so next, as you can see, we are near this guard over here. So you're going to want to take him out first because if you do not take him out, then when you shoot the other guy beside the elevator, you'll end up getting spotted and we don't want to do that. Okay, so the good news is that we are closer to being done with the mission. So just walk up to this crate and steal the drill. Now we will need this tool to open up the vault to steal the key card out of it. So pick this up since we are nearby. Now I recommend just clearing the building, so just get started with that. So just get rid of all the cameras and guards all throughout the building and then you'll be good to go. Alright, so just run into this room and try to take out all the guards. And then when you do that, you'll need to use the drill that you stole from earlier to open up the safe. But unfortunately, if you are too loud, there will be guards here that will try to attack you. So try to kill them before they kill you. And if you do ever get this thing right here at the bottom, you'll need to kill all the guards in the building before the timer runs out and then you will be good to go. Okay, so once you kill all the guards, keep searching for the key card and when you do find it, you'll need to exit this room and then you'll see a couple of trucks. So just run up to them and click the right D-pad to steal them. And you'll need to do this for all 4 of the trucks. But afterwards, just head back to the office to disable the camera footage so that they'll never know that you were here. And then afterwards, you can leave the building. Okay, so after that, just steal the truck and bring it to the destination and then it's mission complete. Okay, so before we start the final mission, I recommend heading over to Simeon's dealership and then you can walk up to the table and click the right D-pad to purchase some free snacks which can heal your character up. And then afterwards, you can head over to the ammunition store and purchase some super heavy armor which will make your character much stronger. Okay, so now we can head over to the police station to start up the final mission. Now you'll be faced with a cutscene and you might be able to skip it. And once we are inside, we're going to want to shoot this guard over here. But make sure you have a suppressor equipped so that you don't get alerted. But follow what I do in the video and you should be good to go. Okay, so now all we need to do is just shoot the shutter switch on this door to open up the garage. But yeah, we're so close to being done with this, so we will get $500,000 every single time. But for your first time, you'll receive $750,000, which is great money since we can use that to buy other businesses in GTA Online. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next part. So let's walk up to these double doors over here and just shoot the guard that's on our left. And then after that, we can clear the area and get rid of all the guards over here. But next up, just walk up to the table and steal the office keys off of the table because we will need this for later. So just pick it up right now since we are already nearby. Okay, after that, you're going to want to insert your key card inside of this room. And then once you're inside of the room, you're going to want to clear the room and remove all the guards. And then after that, we can search the crates for the loot. But you might notice that you can't do it since you don't have the tools yet, so just run to the back of the room and look for the red crowbar. Now you'll be able to fully open up the crates, so let's do that until we steal all the product and then we can finally leave the room. Okay, now just enter this room right over here by entering your key card by clicking the right D-pad, and then you'll want to head downstairs and shoot the guard on your left. And then afterwards you want to shoot all these other guards down here so that you can clear the area. Now all we need to do is steal the silver, so make sure that you take all of it from the table and then we can finally go upstairs to leave the room. Now just follow what I do so that you don't get lost. But yeah, we are very close to being done with this mission. But yeah, all you need to do is just head over to this area and take out the same exact guards that I take out. But remember what I said earlier, make sure you're using a weapon with a suppressor so that you don't get alerted. Now just shoot this guard and then you'll need to just wait for one of the other guards to move out the way, because if they do see you shoot another guard, well then you'll get alerted and we don't want that to happen. Now you can shoot this guard, but you'll need to wait for the other guards to not be looking for each other. But when they aren't looking at each other, just shoot both of them. And then now we can run over to the office and access the computer, which will grant us the hacking device. And we will need this to find the safe codes. Alright, so how do you use this device? Well, it's very easy. If the color is red, well that means that you are far away. But if the color is increasing to blue, well that means that you are getting closer. So just walk up to a computer and pay attention to the signal bar. But you will need to do this for 3 separate computers. And once you complete it for all 3 of them, just head back to the office and then you will notice that you'll have a safe code. So just use that to open up the safe. Okay, so now that we have opened the safe, all is left to do is exit the office. And then after that, we'll just need to find the shutter switch, so just shoot it with a weapon. Now we are very close to the end, so just follow what I do and you should be good to go. Actually, if you want to, you can actually just run away and not even try to be stealthy, since it takes forever to lose the cops. So right now, just keep wiping out the enemies so that we can get a clear path so that we can enter the garage to access our getaway vehicle. So just aim for a headshot so that you can insta-kill the guards, which will be the best method to do. Okay, so now just keep running straight until you can get inside of your garage, and then just get inside of the getaway vehicle so that we can leave. Now I recommend just going this route, but you don't have to do it. But I just do it so that I can escape the cops without worrying about failing the mission. But yeah, we did it. So I'm going to see you guys at the next part. Okay, we finally completed the mission, so let's see how much money we get. Okay, so as you can see, we received $500,000. But for your first time, you'll get $500K plus an additional $250,000 when you return to free mode. So yeah, you can repeat this again, but you will need to wait until Vincent calls you again. But yeah, this is a very good way to make money as a level 1, since you will all have access to this method. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video. This was a very long video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it very helpful at the very least. We officially reached 700 subscribers and we are now on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I know I keep saying this, but I greatly appreciate the support from everyone lately. All the people who have been commenting, liking the video, and subscribing. Thank you so much. Anyways, that is how to become a millionaire as a level 1 in GTA Online. But yeah, like I said earlier, leave a comment down below. And that's the end of this video.